Are Chaos Dwarf warriors with great weapons any good? Yes, but I see everyone knock them down below the regular warriors in tier lists. What gives people? Especially when you should be using them together. The Great Weapon variant trades high block rate shields and charge defense against large for armor-piercing melee damage. Let's recap. The regular warriors are excellent at holding a line for archers or high arc artillery, but are best used for sealing the edges of a line against cavalry. Great weapons can't eliminate the charge bonus of large foes. So how do you actually use these units? In my opinion, these are tier 1, high quality, second line enforcer units. What I mean by enforcers harkens back to the Roman maniple system. When your front line becomes engaged, you move the great weapons up wherever needed, probably not to plug holes so much as to reinforce shaky parts. Now, what this does is distribute and dilute the damage taken from the enemy in melee. Assuming individual models can engage, they will do their full armor-piercing damage and whatever extra they're lucky enough to roll. Ideally, because it's not always regular warriors holding that line, it could be hobgoblin cutthroats or sneaky gits. The charge bonus of cavalry or monsters gets eliminated, and then you get your great weapons into melee, whittling down enemy HP at a more efficient rate. Great weapons should not receive the charge. They should countercharge from the second line and maintain as much of their own offensive power as possible. Now, whether you can make good use of great weapons depends largely on the type of opponent and on whether you are in a situation you can afford a second melee line at all. Sometimes you can't. If you're committed to blunderbusses, those are your anti-armor. If you're beefing up a hobgoblin army, or you can't spare blunderbusses, but you still need to chip away at Chaos Warriors or Jade Warriors, the great weapons are your friend, and remember, at tier 1. Even with the unit caps, being able to get this much value right out of the gate is a blessing. You just need to use them appropriately. And remember, if you need cheap melee armor piercing, that's what Orc Laborers are for. Chaos Dwarf Warriors plus Orc Laborers combined are annoying for a lot of melee opponents to fight. The great weapons are just the greater option. Please like, subscribe, and consider donating to my Ko-fi account. I can really use your support. Thanks.